Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Imani Noel, and today I just want to have a very chill conversation about guarding your entry points, which are also known as your spiritual gates. Your eyes, your ears, your mouth, and your heart, your spirit. So if you want to hear more about guarding your entry points and your spiritual gates, just keep on watching. Alrighty, so the first one that I'm going to talk about is your eyes. Okay. Now, I know we all love power. We all love insecure. These are just the ones that are on right now, guys, so they're just in my head. We all love just reality TV, loving hip-hop, Hollywood, just all those different shows that come on, the Kardashians, whatever you watch, whatever the case may be. We get caught up in what everyone else is pretty much watching, what everyone is talking about on their Facebooks, their Instagrams, their Twitters, everything like that, just trying to get into the know. And I feel like it gets to a certain point where these shows, the content of these shows, may be affecting us negatively. And one thing that I used to say all the time is like, oh, I'm not affected by this because I feel strong enough in my faith and in my relationship with God to where a lot of the things that are going on in these shows do not affect me. And so one of the major things that I had to say is like, okay, it may not be reflecting what I am doing, my actions. I may not be not reciprocating these things, but copying these things and letting it shape my actions, but it definitely is shaping my thought process. And so I have little notes right here, but I was convicted. I was reading in Philippians, and there's a verse, Philippians 4:8, and it says, "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing, then the God of peace will be with you." And this is Paul talking to, I believe, different people in Philippians, but it's applicable to everybody in the church pretty much. But so reading that, I'm like, okay, it's shaping my thoughts, like sexual scenes and things like that. If I'm on a path to purity, trying to abstain from sex until I'm married, watching these things may not be causing me to go and have sex with, my boyfriend, or thinking about being in relationships because I want to have sex and things like that. Like, that may still be my journey, but what am I putting into my mind? What am I allowing to shape my thoughts? Because really in these shows, it's premarital sex, it's sex with multiple people. Like, what are we allowing ourselves to be influenced by? What are we allowing into our spirit? And if the Bible is saying, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure, we're thinking about these things, we're carrying these things way after, watching the show. We are talking about these things with people, we're discussing these things, knowing that it contradicts what we are trying to do within our life, period, point blank. And so they really do have an effect on your thoughts, and then your thoughts go on to reflect your actions and what you believe is okay and what you believe is morally correct and things like that. Like, okay, we can say it's just entertainment, it's just interesting, it's just captivating for me to watch this, it's good TV, it's good writing, it's good acting. And after I saw that these things are shaping my thoughts, it may be causing me to think that these things that are going on in the show are okay. I had to realize that I can't sacrifice my walk and my journey with God for this entertainment. It's not worth it. And what I allowed to come into my spirit and shape my thoughts and shape my actions should be things that are of God and that are good and that are pure, just as this verse says. And so one of the biggest thing, and this is just overarching for all of the topics that I'm going to talk about, is that we need to eliminate the things that revert your mind. Sorry, I wrote this down. I was like, oh, this is good. Eliminate the things that revert your mind and slow you down. We don't want our minds to be fixed on anything that is not of God, that God does not want for our lives and things like that. So it ultimately is slowing you down. I believe that the enemy is at work in even the smallest things within our lives, even, you know, the shows that we watch, the music that we listen to. I believe that that's planting seeds in your mind to grow into something a lot bigger, where it starts to shape your actions and things like that. So that is something that I think we as Christians just need to be a lot more aware about and real about, because I believe that it is real. The enemy does come to kill, steal, and destroy. Even if these actors are, you know, Christian, they could be Christian in their real lives and things like that, but what they are portraying, what is entertaining to us, may not be of that. And the fact of the matter is, it is, you know, shaping our thoughts, like I said. So moving on to ears and secular music, and I think a lot of people are like, I just can't get rid of my trap music. I can't stop listening to secular music and things like that. And guys, I wish I could say that I don't listen to secular music and I'm just this holier than thou Christian girl who only has you know, gospel music and Christian music on her phone. And, you know, is that what no, that's not who I am. I definitely am a music person. I love music just in general, but when it comes to secular music, I definitely am very choosy of what I still listen to, because I think that a lot of music of today, a lot of the things that they are saying in these songs and things like that are definitely contradictory of, you know, what, or contradicting what we are trying to do, the path that we are trying to be on. Because I think that secular music, there's some awesome, you know, love songs, there's some awesome, you know, just uplifting music that I definitely still listen to. And just good music just in general. I'm not saying that your whole playlist ever in life and whatever you listen to on a daily basis has to be all gospel and Christian music, but if you think about it, when you are listening to gospel music, what are you thinking about doing? What are you doing in that action? You're praising, you're worshiping, you are thinking about being better, you are declaring that He is God and that He is good and things like that. But say you're in the car and you're listening to your secular music and you're like, you know, jamming. I can't even think of a song right now. I'm not quick enough, y'all. But anyways, you know, like talking about some girl's booty, she got a body like, I'm trying to get this money like, you know what I mean? It's definitely not the headspace that you want to think or you want to be in. Those are not the thoughts, those aren't the values that you want to feed your spirit with. So overall, that is your goal, to always be reflecting and thinking things that are good and pure, thinking things that are of God and that God would be pleased with and things like that. So I mean, like I said, it's up to you to feel convicted in your spirit and to promote change in your life in that aspect, but definitely take these things into consideration when you are watching these things, and don't get so comfortable with, you know, the hype, because what we feed our mind with is what we will end up doing, period, point blank. So if our goal is to live more like Christ, if our goal is to be pure, if our goal is to, you know, walk like Jesus and be more like Jesus, then we can't feed our minds and we can't surround ourselves with things that are not of Him. This other verse also speaks to it. It is Proverbs 4:20. 20 through 27, and it says, "My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Don't lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, for they bring life to those who find them, and healing to their whole body. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. Do not get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil." And so this, I feel like, wraps it all up in the fact that God is calling us to, really keep our path straight. He doesn't want us to look to the right or to the left. Do not follow any evil. Do not let anything stray your path. And if you feel like what you are watching, what you are listening to, what you are filling your spirit with is doing that, I say cut it out. Cut it out of your life, cut it out of your daily and weekly schedule. Allow those, or fill those moments with things that are of God and your word and your time, because I feel like that's another thing. I think we get so caught up in entertainment, social media, and things like that, that we even allow those moments and that time that we are using to watch those things, listen to that music, to come before, our time with God and being filled with the Word and things like that. So choose to do those things. Fill your nights with a little bit more Jesus time, a little bit more worship music rather than, Netflix or whatever. So yes, I hope that, this definitely starts a conversation. Leave some comments down below of what you think about this topic, how you approach it, and what God has kind of revealed to you with this subject. I want to hear what you guys have to say. That is just my take on it. I know that there are many different opinions on this subject. That is my answer. That is what I am currently trying to do. And really keep my path straight and clear of all things that could hinder my journey, and just penetrate my mind with things that are of God, and that He would be pleased with, that Jesus would want to do with me if He was here. Yes, that is all I have to say for this topic. If you like the video in general, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for other videos such as this one and other topics. If you have any ideas of other topics, go ahead and put those down below as well, or message me on social media, and I will see you guys in my next video.